Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Instructor Cash with the United States Knights, and I just thought it'd be easy to come to you guys in the middle of the night because it's really undisturbed and my cell phone doesn't normally go off throughout the night. So yeah, anyways, so what I want to talk to you guys about is range safety rules, or basically rules that everybody needs to be mindful of. And it's really 4 basic rules. I'm going to start off right now. I'll hit you guys with them. So rule number 1, keep your finger off the trigger. I brought my AR-15 with me for this video today so that I can go ahead and give you guys a brief understanding of keeping your finger off the trigger. So what I'm going to do is take the magazine out, showing that it's safe, empty, and clear. There's no round down the barrel. So yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So keeping your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot is honestly one of the rules that has saved somebody's life. Now, the NRA typically likes to tell people to point the weapon in the safe direction first and then keep your finger off the trigger. But me being the instructor here, I'm going to tell people to keep their finger off the trigger first, because you can keep your weapon pointed in the safe direction all day, but if your finger is still on the trigger, you can still be responsible for somebody's life. So keep your finger off the trigger first. Now ruling apply number 2. Safety on, weapon pointed in the safe direction. If you have a rifle, in some gun ranges, they'll tell you to hold your rifle up like this, finger off the trigger, showing weapons discipline, no magazine inside the weapon system, and typically the chamber needs to be open. So that's one of the things that they want to do. Reason being is because if somebody comes right by you, they want to verify that there is no round in the chamber, especially like an RSL. Plus, it even shows that you are competent enough to respect those rules. And if you don't, I suggest you start doing it. Rule number 3. Don't point your weapon at anything you do not intend to destroy, okay? If for some odd reason you're watching TV and you have your weapon system completely loaded, your finger's on the trigger, you're not pointing your weapon in a safe direction, and you're focusing on a TV or something like that, fingers on the trigger, you pull that trigger, you get a response. If you get a response out of the weapon system, that means that that is really terrible. And yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to your lady if you have one, or your man if you got one, or your landlord, or your neighbors, or the cops when they show up because you kept your finger on the trigger. It's totally different if you're like dry firing and maybe you're aiming at the doorknob right behind me, maybe even a light switch. Some people typically like to use either one of those because it's a great focal point for you to snap on one target and then go over to the next one. Sometimes I use that because I don't have sticky notes. If you guys want some great other videos about that when it comes down to dry firing, because that is important and it's something to ingrain in your head, I honestly recommend it. A lot of top shooters, including myself, happen to use dry firing as a tool every single day. As a matter of fact, in my company, we even set up a school, or actually a course, that teaches people on advanced pistol drills where we actually home into your dry firing. Reason being is because those same fundamentals that are within dry firing can actually help you out understand your mechanics a lot more when it comes down to utilizing your weapon system. And the primary reason being is because, well, no one wants to use a weapon system that they don't really know. That's like if you hold an AR-15, some people don't even know what a mag release button is at. Some people don't even know what the charging handle is. Some people don't even know how to operate a flashlight. And that's only if their rifle is given a flashlight, or if they even add it on their own. Some people don't know anything about the weapon system, just like how right now, because of COVID-19 and the riots, we have a lot of new gun owners out there. Because we have a lot of gun owners out there, that kind of is what inspired me to make this video for a lot of people. But anyways, let's go ahead and kick it off with the ending one, which is rule number 4. Rule number 4, if you ever have to engage a target, always be mindful of what is in front of your target and what is always beyond your target. Primarily because any time that you have to shoot at someone in self-defense, for which meaning like if your life is in imminent danger or somebody else's life is in imminent danger, any round that you miss, you are solely responsible for. One of the things I want people to understand is that even though that if you miss a round and yes, it does not hit its target, it's gonna hit something. It's gonna hit a car, it's gonna hit a house, maybe even a party full of people. And unfortunately, I had to say that because it's something that we see all the time on the news, especially here in Detroit. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in Chicago, St. Louis, and everywhere else. But needless to say, the more that you practice on a range, the better that you'll get. Now understand that dry firing is really a sense that we want to use because at the point in time, there is no ammunition. And if you have a great team of buddies, or if not, you have a great family member, or if not even that, airsoft guns will help out. There's also another video that most people actually like to say that doesn't even help out with airsoft and this and that. Airsoft is really bad. No, that's not necessarily true. Airsoft at the end of the day is weapons manipulation. The more that you understand your firearm or any other firearm that you come across, the more training that you've actually ingrained yourself at. That's like basically playing basketball by yourself. No one's out there to judge you, but oftentimes it's a better result. Reason being is because you don't have a judgmental crowd, and sometimes you know what's best for you or what's needed by what you see, or not only what you see, but what you've chosen to indoctrinate. Basketball is often the best tool to utilize as practice. The more that you practice, the more proficient you'll become. And you obviously don't go to the NBA just based off of one time of practice. No, it takes countless times of practice in order to get somewhere in life. But that's just with all things, okay? It's not with just some things, it's with all things. Anyways, guys, my name is Instructor Cash, CEO and founder of the United States Knights. We're gonna be making videos like this often because a lot of people don't really like to follow other videos, but yeah. And yes, I did mention Detroit in the videos. I am a Detroiter, so if you're a Detroiter, you're looking to get your CPL, go ahead and follow US Knights on Facebook, or if not, check us out at www.usknightsdefense.com. If you're interested in signing up for one of our courses, go to www.usknights.com/booking. Sign yourself up for a CPL course. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell people, CPL stands for Concealed Pistol License. We even have other courses that are coming out soon because we feel as if that there is a big need for more training. Training saves lives, and if training doesn't save lives, well, it definitely improves other people. That's something I always believe, so I want everybody else to understand that too. Anyways, guys, take care. Big eyeballs.